Hello, this is Archigreus from Bring Forth, and I'd like to respond to Michio Kaku's thing about not talking to the deers. Michio Kaku, a very famous astrophysicist, made a video about why we don't believe that aliens will be talking to us, and the main point was that you don't go into a forest talking to the deer. We're so primitive that we are of little interest. This brings up the point of the pantheist alien. The alien that believes that all life, or rather all things, are life. To such an alien there will not be an empty planet. To such an alien all planets are living planets, and invading a planet will take that planet to be somehow a failing planet. It has to be something out of the norm for the planet. That being said, it kind of answers why, or what I think the most likely alien life will be. The aliens will be creatures that believe all planets and all matter is sentient and living, and that such matter needs to degrade before they can invade, and they believe that they will need to cull the highest entropy objects, the visibly evil civilizations, the civilizations that make the choices that no other civilization would make. After they cross a certain threshold of evilness, they will be invaded and taken over. It is not for their protection, it's for the aliens' protection. It's not for the protection of the civilization being invaded, it's for the protection of the aliens. For the most part, this is like looking at a fly civilization. You will allow a fly to fly around your room for a while, but when it crosses a certain threshold of annoying, you kill it. This is what the alien life will be like. They will be interested in maintaining a balanced universe. They will be attempting to have a council of some sort, or an idea of a council of some sort, a leadership that will be balanced. And such a civilization will most likely be developed to a point where we cannot detect them. It will be like the little continent of America and the big continent of Eurasia. The Americans, even though they came from Eurasia, had no concept of Eurasia. They had myths of this land of the gods. So when they were finally invaded by the Europeans, they first treated them as saviors because they were truly believing that they were in contact with the gods. This changed with time. So, like ourselves, it could be a lobster civilization that has left the Earth millions of years ago and is in the universe, or it could be any other kind of civilization as presented in these videos about different kinds of alien civilizations and thoughts on them. But the reality, as far as I feel the truth here is that they will believe all life to be sentient because they will believe the universe to be a simulation by God or some form of supreme being which has generated the simulation or a fantasy of the universe for its own amusement. In that way, they will be considering anyone who views the universe as a single object where everything is alive more highly than those who consider the universe to be many different things. They will be very much against the idea of division. They will be very unified. They will be very unitarian. And from that point, it's incredibly easy to understand how offensive it would be for them to encounter a civilization like ours who thinks this planet is full of life, don't invade this. It's like an apple that's just ripe and screaming to the person that picks it, don't eat me, I'm just ripe. Or just right. It doesn't make sense. To me, we have a von Neumann probe in our system. We have an alien probe in our system that's observing us, reporting back to its home world, and it has a crew of aliens, and they are there to make sure that the light delay doesn't matter to them. And in short, such a civilization will probably be our first contact. Somebody who lives in our neighborhood and is just like every other civilization in every other neighborhood. And they just wait. They wait for us to fuck up so they can eat us. And on the off chance that we don't fuck up and we end up being one of the good guys, they'll be like, good for you, and move on to the next civilization, and we'll have a neighbor. It won't be a mysterious and it won't be a fun first contact, but that's what I believe the first contact will be. An alien species telling us that all life is a single form of life, and there is no such thing as a planet full of life or a planet devoid of life. So in other words, every planet will have natives defending it.